boy, do I have a story for you. Disclaimer, I'm not doing this to like brag or whatever. I mean, I see like a lot of videos on YouTube about like, oh, I met so-and-so or I met so-and-so, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to like share my experience with you. So recently, I'm in a band called 5 Seconds of Summer. I met them on September 2nd, 2015. And if you're wondering how I met them, I won tickets off of a radio station. And the radio station that I won them off of is like a local station in my town. It's called 106.1 BLI. And so I won tickets to see them perform. And they sang 3 songs. It was an acoustic cafe. They sang She's Kinda Hot, Amnesia, and She Looks So Perfect. So in between their songs, they let you ask questions. And so I asked a question, and the DJ or whoever was giving me the mic, they were like, "This girl crutched a mile to meet you guys." And I was like, oh my god, like. So my question was, do you guys actually own American Apparel underwear? And if you want to know the answer to this, no, they do not own American Apparel underwear. Ashton himself said he doesn't even like the quality. I honestly have no idea what the others said. I really don't remember, but this girl, she was so nice. She asked a question. I don't remember what her question was, but before she asked her question, she went to the concert the night before, and she took her time out to say, like, oh, like, thank you so much. Like, even my dad said you guys were, like, really good. And then I think Luke said, like, oh, yeah, there's, like, a lot of dads, like, who bring their daughters to the concert, and they're like, oh, this shit's gonna suck or whatever. But then it ends up being, like, good. Because, like, let me tell you, 5 Seconds of Summer, they were really good live. Like, if you go to them in, like, a big concert, like, they're not, I personally don't think they're as well in a big concert than they are in, like, a small intimate concert, because that's what I went to. Like, it was in a small little area. But, yeah. And so then after they sang those 3 songs, I got to meet them, and I'll, like, insert a picture somewhere in this video, like, now or later. So how they, like, organized us into meeting them, they took, like, the first row, and those people went online first, and then the row after, and the row after, and the row after. When I went, I was probably, like, the second to last person that got there. We had to be there between 12:30 and 1, and I'm pretty sure I got there at, like, 12:40, because that was my first day of school, and I had to leave the first day of school early, actually. And so I got there, and I was, like, the last person. So I was all the way in the back, like, they didn't even have enough seats, so I was sitting on, like, a high bar chair. So it was kind of cute, because when they were singing, like, Luke Hemmings, he looked back, and then I'm just there, like, sitting up high above everyone, and we made eye contact. It was pretty good. And then I did the same with Callum, like, me and Callum made eye contact. Anyways, so I was one of the last persons to meet them, too. So, I was on crutches at the time. I'm not on crutches anymore. I just have this thing on my foot. So I had, like, crutched over to them, and I gave my brother my crutches because I didn't want them in the picture. And then Ashton was like, "Ooh, you got that boot there." I was like, oh my god. So Luke stuck out his hand, and then he, like, grabbed my hand, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I think I'm gonna fall." So he stuck out his hand, and he grabbed my hand, and then he, like, helped me so I wouldn't fall. So he stuck out his hand, and he helped me so that I wouldn't fall, and then Ashton, like, put his hand on my back to make sure that I wasn't gonna fall, because I was like, ugh. Okay. They wanted to get the pictures going quickly because they had to get to their concert later that night, and they had sound check at, I think, like, 4 o'clock or whatever. So they had 4 people go at a time to take a picture. So I was with, like, 2 other random people. It was, like, this mom and her daughter. But I got lucky because they were on the outsides, and then it was me and my brother in the middle. So I just, like, cropped them out. So we took our picture, and honestly, the people there were so strict. Like, I was gonna put in, like, videos, but they're like, if we see your phone, then we're gonna take it away, and we're gonna kick you out. And I was like, girl, you need to chill. Like, honestly, I was like, I'm not risking taking a picture or a video of them and then getting kicked out and not meeting them. Like, oh my god, I would be so upset. So they had, like, professional pictures taken. So I might insert, like, a few at the end or whatever, or maybe, like, a slideshow if you want to see them. So after we took our picture, like literally as we're smiling, taking the picture, Ashton, all he's focusing on is my freaking boot on my foot. We're smiling, taking our picture, like, and Ashton's like, "Ooh, you got that boot there, you got that boot there," and I was trying not to laugh because we were like taking the picture, and I was like, Ashton, oh my god. So after we took the picture, I was waiting for my crutches for my brother to like bring them back over to me. So like Luke's hand is like still like he put his arm around my waist, and he still has his arm like around my waist, and I'm like waiting for like my brother to give me my crutches, and then oh my god. So as I'm like crutching away, I think Callum or Michael said bye, and I turned around, I was like bye, and then Callum was like, oh, she just said bye to you. I was like, ah! Okay, so since I was one of like the last people to go, like I had to park like up like a hill, so because there wasn't parking. So we went outside of like we went into the parking lot of where the place was, and we were waiting because they were leaving soon. So we're just waiting there, waiting for them to like come out if they're like to drive away. And I got a picture of, I think it was Ashton, and he's like sticking his head out the window. It was really cute. But yeah, I mean, that was my experience. It was a pretty good time because it was a fun time. So I'll insert like all the pictures and whatever. Okay guys, so that was my video. I hope you liked it. And again, I didn't make this video to brag. By all means, like never would I ever do that. But I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.